ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our next bout of the evening will be a final eliminator for the Quest Regional Heavyweight Championship. So please welcome our first fighter into the arena. From Brightlingsea in Colchester, please welcome Billy O'Connor. And now we welcome his opponent into the arena. To the red corner, please welcome Jimmy Woodham. Well, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our next bout of the evening, brought to you in association with our great sponsors. For your eyes only, London's premier gentleman club, Exigo, the official fight clubs of Quest, and BoxFit UK, the UK's leading boxing equipment superstore. So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, introducing to you first, standing in and boxing out of the blue corner, representing BKK fighters in Colchester. Please make some noise for Billy O'Connor. And his opponent tonight, standing across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, representing Thor's Boxing Gym. Please make some noise and welcome Jimmy Woodham. This heavyweight final eliminator bout to be fought over 3 2-minute rounds. Our referee taking charge of the action when the bell rings, Mr. Kane Bacon.
So next up tonight is the big boys, 6'5" versus 6'4". Billy O'Connor, 6'4", Jimmy Woodham, 6'5", and Jimmy Woodham has got some support sitting over to the left of us on that side of the ring, making a lot of noise when his name was read out, and he gets a thumbs up from me because he's a West Ham supporter. So all good.
There's always that anticipation when you get the big boys done.
Yeah. Interestingly, they both had one fight on Quest each, and both of them have lost their debuts. So
And O'Connor boxing from range from the start. He's just gone right in the pocket.
Yeah.
You know, he's 6'4" and he's just gone right in. He's going to be on Woodham's chest here.
Good body shot pick in there from Woodham. Not a massive puncher, but they're solid enough. And when you're 6'5" and weighs,
yeah, of course,
they're going to. O'Connor's going to do well to.
So O'Connor just wants.
all 3 rounds.
I think he just wants to get his elbows in a little bit tight to the ribs because they are open there. A little shot elsewhere will set them up. Now it's obviously that they're both tall fellas, but O'Connor's obviously going to press the fight. He is pressing the fight, but it's just a case of not taking all the shots, just moving your head, rolling and riding these shots, so you're not taking all of them. If you're Woodham, just don't punch yourself out. Just take your time, pick the shots, stay elusive just as he is there, and that's beautiful movement, especially
Great
for a big man.
Yeah, really good movement for a big guy. He's what Woodham's got to be careful of is the fact that O'Connor's forcing him to work.
Yes.
He needs to work as he wants to work. It's all right getting out of the way and then throwing a few shots, but make sure you're comfortable with that pace because that will soon come on top.
The only thing I'll say is O'Connor isn't really working back. He's not really putting a huge amount on Woodham. It's okay when you're on the back foot being forced to work, but if you're landing everything that you're throwing or everything's touching the target or touching the gloves, you don't get as tired as if someone's making you miss and working you back. That's better. That's a little bit of better movement there from O'Connor in the pocket.
Woodham moves really well for a big guy, 6'5", and dancing his way around the ring.
Yeah, I can hear O'Connor's corner just saying chip away. So I think the game plan is quite clearly to take this one into the later rounds and then up the work rate. But you don't want to let this first round, you can lose the first round, but you don't want to not put the work in to start chipping away for the first round. You don't want to give it away, yeah, you want to accumulate, start working down to Woodham's body, start really taking his legs away from him. Only 2 more rounds, only 6 more minutes.
He was, up until the last 10 seconds, I don't think O'Connor had thrown the shot, really.
Yeah, he threw the odd one. He still went early on, he threw the odd one, but yeah, there really wasn't a lot. I mean, it completely caught me off guard when I saw 2 tall guys just run in and bulldoze in because he took a lot of shots early on. I think a little more subtlety with the defence wouldn't go amiss, and it would also, and I don't mean big things, but just rolling. When you see the shots anticipating, try and roll with them, and roll with it.
Crouching down and just coming in direct, isn't he? He's not really doing any head movement, which has given Woodham the opportunity just to pick him off. And Woodham moving really well and picking his shots well as well.
And this is the thing, as I said, when you're actually hitting someone, you don't get as tired as when you're missing someone, when you're being pressured. We need to see a little bit more work rate here, I think, from O'Connor. The pressure's still there. That's better. That's good work there.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do. If he's going to come in like this, he needs to throw some shots when he finds himself in that pocket. Yeah. Because he's closing down the range by just walking through. So he's obviously got a decent chin. He's obviously a strong lad, and he can, to a certain degree, walk through the shots.
And he's getting himself on Woodham's chest here, which kind of takes the sting out of Woodham's shots. He doesn't want to be at this range here. He wants to get on his chest and then work like that. And that was a good left hook. I don't know if it hurt Woodham, but it definitely felt it.
It caught him clean though, didn't it?
Caught him clean, yeah. But the problem is when you do get on the chest, it's getting tied up. You've just got to try and get your head right against the chest to make it difficult for yourself to get tied up. It's a good body shot there from O'Connor.
Yeah, Woodham needs to just tuck that chin into his chest a little bit more. He's a couple of times he's been caught.
But this is good from Woodham. Just pointing himself. O'Connor's there. Just make O'Connor smother himself, create a bit of space and do it again. Yeah, that's good. There's nothing wrong with smothering. There you go. That's better. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And that's nice. Just nullifies what O'Connor's doing. O'Connor wants to stay on the chest without getting too close where he can't let his shots off, but not too far where he's at that range where he's getting caught.
Good movement there from Woodham. Getting his head out of the way of those shots, good reactions. He's one thing I just hope that Woodham's boxing really well, but he's being pushed back the whole time. And sometimes the judges can look at that and go, well, the other guy's doing what he wants to do, regardless of how many shots you're throwing.
I think he's landing too many clean shots.
I agree. I'm just concerned that I'd want to see him just pushing back a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Just to assert your authority, just slightly. In spits and spurts, just to let the judges know, look, I'm more than in control of this fight.
Yeah. When you look at O'Connor's face though, I mean, he's bruising up on the left side. The problem with that pressure style that he's using is he's taking everything.
Yeah.
You can't win a fight if you're taking every shot. You need to have a bit of defence. I know he's got the high guard and is blocking occasionally, but all you got to do is throw a hook round it and it's going to land clean. It's just adding a little bit of upper body movement, sticking your shoulder over your chin when you do it, just so it rides off. Just little subtle stuff. You work on that in the gym, and I think that would just make it more difficult for Woodham to be able to nail him. And then, you know, Woodham's standing up in the corner. He doesn't look particularly tired, and we've only got 1 round left. If you can make him miss his stand his chest and chip away, then you'll wear him out a little bit more.
Seconds out. Third and last round.
Have you given both rounds to Woodham then?
Yeah, I clearly, yeah. I don't think there was any arguments about that at all. What I was sort of alluding to towards the end of that round is the fact that he's boxing on the back foot.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always look like. I think he does want to box there. It doesn't always look like he wants to box there.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. And I think if these shots weren't landing, it would be a problem. I just think O'Connor's giving the fight away just by letting himself get hit. Don't get me wrong, he's really trying. That's a great shot to the body as well. And you never know, this pressure might accumulate now. He's letting his hands go a lot more here.
He is, yeah. Woodham's really good moving himself out of the way of the shots and really clever with his smothering and covering up.
I tell you what, that was a beautiful body shot to the liver by O'Connor. That's really reddened Woodham's liver up. But he's responding well. Now, to what you were saying in the last round, this is where I think your point, you know, is true, because he's on the back foot now and he's being made to work and he's getting hit with heavy shots. I actually think O'Connor's winning this round on the activity. This is what was lacking in the first round from O'Connor.
Yeah. O'Connor didn't throw anything, did he? And he said, well, not anything of note and not enough. So
still, though, I don't like all these heavy shots he's taking.
I mean, he takes them well, but it's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot of shots to.
The problem is, Dan, it's the same shot over and over again.
Yeah, Woodham doesn't have to be doing anything spectacular, does he? It's just what he's doing. I mean, Woodham's movement is fantastic. He's boxing really well.
And he's been under a lot of pressure in this fight.
That's good work.
Yeah, just tie up now if you Woodham, see through the round. I think he's finished well. I think O'Connor won the first minute or so, but he's responded well. I think Woodham's won the fight.
Yeah, I think that's for me, I'd give that a clean sweep for Woodham. I think he's got every single round there. Like you said, I think the first minute of that last round was an O'Connor minute, but you've got to factor in the fact that the momentum wasn't in his favour, and then he let it slide, didn't he? And Woodham boxed really well throughout, so I'll be very surprised if it was anything other than a Woodham. And I want to say over there, I was having a little chat with the Woodham supporters beforehand, and a couple of the supporters have looked over to O'Connor in his corner and clapped him. That's fantastic to see from supporters. The fact that they're recognising their fighter's opponent and showing respect. You don't always get that in boxing, but that's really classy from the Woodham supporters.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please show your appreciation for both boxers stood here in this ring. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to our judges' scorecards with a unanimous decision. Your winner of the bout in the red corner, Jimmy Woodham.
A very happy, elated Jimmy Woodham gets his hand raised, and rightly so. I gave it to him as a clean sweep. I think Billy O'Connor was pressing the action, just not doing enough. But very, very good work from Jimmy Woodham. Some great movement and some excellent shots. Put some good combinations together, And all round good performance from Jimmy Woodham.